Mimi. Some you win, some you lose. Mimi fights on both sides of her asynchronous life. What's right is not what's left, and what's left is not right. Her love is here, but she's there. Her love goes there, but she's still here. She's here and there and everywhere, but she's nowhere where you'd expect her. Sharing, parting a life that seems to be parting ways with the best way of departing. She's here when she should be there, and she's there when she need to be here. I've tried advising her, but she won't heed the warning. Her love is waiting, her heart is wailing. Can't he? Shouldn't he? Will he? Be all those things she wants him to be, when all he's trying to be, all he wants to be, is himself with her, the lover in him, her lover, her love, hers. Why can't he be hers? Why can't she be his? Was the same at work. Always had flights of fancy, couldn't help it. Had to dream of a better life, when life was really so much better than whatever she was forever bargaining for. That fever, always dancing on the jagged edge between fact and fiction, rack and ruin, all by her doing. She's very open-minded. On the other hand, she's very set in her own ways. She'd go for things provided they didn't change anything. That old snail syndrome, leave everything behind while taking everything along, challenging at best to come to terms with. Her life crossing the path over her education, revolution, volition, retaliation, revelation, swimming against the current of her principles, and yet it seems so easy when old habits die hard. It is so, but so hard on her. She goes this way and that, hither and thither, only to go back to square one, to her drawing board to lay more plans, her drawing board where her two ends meet only to be parted anew. Old habits die hard. She feels she's burning the candle at both hands, but her wicket is wicked and tends to go off at the most impractical of times, most inconvenient, most ungrateful of life. All her life she has had dreams about love, and now love is here and she's gone. All she was prepared to do was to wrap him around her little finger and see the ring stay there, just like that, at the drop of a hat. If only he would, but he wouldn't, for the mere reason that he couldn't, given the circumstances, that she kept moving the goalposts, relocating him way off the mark every time. A scum that ate about the lifespan, the life space of her life, while engrossing her, infatuating her in her own self. She drives and derives pride from her endeavours, that only seem to confuse him all the more, making him feel unsure, feeling misunderstood and unloved. He retracts, she retaliates, 1 step forward, 2 steps backward. Then, one day, she thought the better of it and took a left turn for the worse, a wrong turning. She packed up and packed it in. She left. If love isn't here, it's got to be there. And she's got to be there. And she's got to make it. And she's got to take it. While the going's good, there's no turning the clock back. And her biological clock is ticking. Still, at the top of her ivory tower, she sees nothing coming, and hears no bells ringing her at all, if not for the chime of the clock. She moans and mourns her decision and lost love now, and she dreams of bygone loves that could have been, that could never have made her happy. In dreams, life comes true. In dreams, life comes true. She took off only to land flat on her face, on her fate. Language. Expressions. Life is for living. Life's what you make it. Songs. Talk, life's what you make it. Diana Ross's Living in Shame. ABBA's Love Isn't Easy, but it sure is hard enough. Bonnie Tyler's Loving You's a Dirty Job, but someone's got to do it. Now you. Roleplay. Icebreaker. You're meeting Mimi on a blind date. Start a conversation. Thanks for listening. Teachers. Teachers may use these stories as a springboard for reading and discussion or merely for reading and practicing, as well as developing reading and reading comprehension skills while consolidating command of English and language. And of course, our podcast for English teachers and teachers everywhere, Desperate Teachers, where you can find relief and material to help further your teaching and your students' learning. Stories for English is also an audiobook by Tori L. Wilson and Dave Wright, and is followed by more Stories for English, an audiobook by Kathy Broderick, all on sale on Amazon, Audible, Fnac, Kobo and iTunes, while many more of my audiobooks will allow you to get more learning and pleasure from listening. Audiobooks offer the option of listening while working or commuting and traveling, and they can be played over and over again. Let's meet again in our next podcast.